Have fun and welcome to One Way, where we travel in one particular direction, south, and keep going till we hopefully hit the border. Quite a ways away from now. Anyways, we good old F5 and F1 to set things straight. Let's get our F3s going, and we see we're at 549,547 blocks from zero. And with that being said, we can go south. We can go east and west if we need to, and unless it helps, we do not travel north. And with that all being said, we go for 2 hours. The timer is set for that, and we are going to start it now. And away it goes. So if you saw the last episode, it started kind of craptacular because I'd move like maybe a second, then the game would stall out, then move another couple seconds and stall out and repeat. Well, believe it or not, that was because it doesn't look it at that point, but I solved the seizure problem. Is that someone has actually decided not to be a jerk on the Minecraft forums at minecraftforum.net, and actually was helpful and stated and even showed a document from what's the name of the Optifine. That rule of thumb is you give the game XMS and SMS RAM, and the total must be half or a little less in order to prevent the seizure problem that was having, and it was happening. It isn't stopping the stutters at all, but the thing is, when we hit the really big stutter that goes for like a second or so, that's running out of memory, dumping everything out, and starting fresh, and that's exactly how it's supposed to go. Because that's the way it always ran. Then all of a sudden it didn't. Part of that was I kind of forgot what the command was for SMS memory. I just had XMS. Kind of needed SMS to keep it smooth and work. And for the longest time, I just didn't remember that part. And then I gave it too much memory, because what I was thinking it did was that XMS I set for 6, meaning, I have a little more than 6 gigs of RAM free on my 8 gigs of RAM that this gaming rig has. And I thought that SMS told it that use all 6 that I just set aside. It was not set aside 6 for one and 6 for another. That's apparently how it works. So when I ran out of memory, I had 6 gigs, and then SMS took over, then that's when the seizures would happen, because it was hitting the hard drive instead of RAM, which really hurt the bottom line, and I had to stop the game and all that. I didn't have that problem with multiplayer, except when I had the quote-unquote Java-free version, which ultimately they said, it's just the it's just the installer. No, it's just no. That was the last thing they said. It was just the launcher isn't Java free. Oh, no, that's not right. And yeah, I butchered it, but pretty much they said game was Java free. Then they decided, oh no, that's not true. It's the console that starts up the game that's Java free. The launcher. Nope, that's not true. The only thing Java free was the installer. And it lumped you in with a specific Java that gave me problems. So I ditched it, currently using the old-timey version of the executable, and it worked a hell of a lot better. And now that I finally got legitimate help to figure out why I'm seizing up, we got rid of the seizures. Yay! And the reason it ran like crap was, initially when I fixed it, is apparently you needed like 1.8 gigs to start this particular one. See that big pause? That was it dumping the RAM as it was full. And that's just normal stuttering. Not a lot of fun here, but the important thing is boating makes progress go faster. And unlike Firelands or Bust or any variant of the Kurt J. Mack stint, this is a race to try to get to the border. I'm not trying to beat anyone in particular, it's just try to get it done as fast as possible. Which means that ender pearls, yes, I've done that once. Using the nether, yes, I've done that twice. And since I have not used mods or cheat codes, it's not cheating, because that's how this particular series is done. Plus the nether is really, really unsafe in the 1.7.3 beta, which you really don't want to try anyway. Alrighty, well, we haven't seen anything exciting come up. Oh, and finally, yesterday I got my Ford Fiesta back. As I mentioned before, the transmission control module failed, and I found out when I was getting my car that if it weren't under the extended "we screwed up the design warranty," it would have been like a $750 job, which for a transmission job is surprisingly cheap, but that's a lot of money to still part with. Fortunately, it was covered. Also, a service light came on when they were using the car, which was set for an oil change, which the light never occurred when the car broke down. So that was new when they fixed it. So we got that done, even though technically, and boat brakes, and I'm nowhere near anything, is that we can hit the run button, go just that much faster. Anyway, I was able, yeah, they fixed it. They did the oil change. I just told them, yeah, the book says 10,000 miles, but it's only been 5,500. So, well, what the heck? Let's just do it anyway. So apparently they don't really like the 10,000 mile thing. I think they're just really trying to make more money. I think they're being maybe a little dishonest. But the way my luck with cars is, I'll just go with it, because my luck doing the 10,000 per instructions in the owner's manual, my car would probably, the motor would probably seize up or something from lack of oil changes, even though I followed the book. So let's just have as few problems as humanly possible. So apparently the Fiesta is notorious for having the same problem that I just had with the transmission. So that and a few other design flaws are covered, and those of us who have not purchased an extended warranty get an additional 4 years on the transmission. And there's other things that, there was something else that we're getting an extended warranty on, I can't remember what. And I think we got ourselves some Savannah territory showing up. And the memory dump. Anyway. So, yeah, sun's going down. So oil change is done. Car's fixed. I went out and did the elevator safari that I started when the car broke down and continued it. And yes, I'm an elevator nerd. If you're one who watches all the videos on my channel, you know that. If you're someone who watches just the Minecraft stuff, good. If you're people that only watch the elevator stuff, good. If you're the only person people that watch things about my hometown, which is like the festivals and what have not, which, by the way, was the first and is actually the first and foremost thing that this channel is actually designed for. It was never for vertical transporters or for Minecraft or gaming. But, you know, if you're only interested in a certain thing on what has become a variety channel, that's good. But it opens people's eyes up to other things, strange or not. And I've got people that crossed over, like some that were elevator geeks that love Minecraft, and holy crap, not only does this guy go around places and post elevator rides on YouTube, but he plays Minecraft. This is great. And then I got other people that are, what the hell are you doing that for? It is a weird hobby, and that's exactly what it is. Hey, creeper. Anyway. Yeah, that's a strange hobby. A lot of people, it's just something that started in their childhood, and those of us that are older just never let go of. Because many people don't live in huge cities like myself. I mean, I live in a city, but it's, you know, more of a, you know, sleepy bedroom town type of a city. Let's look at our stuff here. We're good there. It's the wood that ain't doing so hot right now. Okay, got planes that way. I started seeing what's over here, so we're gonna go this way. Column of sand, and we got a jungle. Jungles are nice, but that almost looks like somebody was here. Scary. So yeah, it was something I actually grew up with. Initially, when I really didn't like those things, because I believed all the Hollywood folklore that these things always get stuck, and then at some point they'll just fall and crash and kill people. Very, very untrue. I mean, the older hydraulic elevators, like from like early 1972 back, there's a possibility it could happen, but it's extremely remote. And you know what I've noticed is I think I've only once found a dungeon in the desert, as I see that temple over there. And I was deathly afraid of them until around the age of 10, when somebody thought it would have been really cool to take me on an elevator in a shopping mall, and I was deathly afraid of it. But it had one really cool feature I've never seen before. This was in the Galleria Mall in Worcester, by the way, Worcester, Mass. And it had a glass back. It was a glass elevator. And I kinda started liking them from there. And being, you know, that a lot of kids don't live in huge cities or towns. Oh, wow. Yeah. I guess this is speedy, ain't it? What did I call it? Speed demon. Yeah, pretty true. Maybe a little too fast for my liking. I don't know. Anyway. And, see, that's one of the worst places to stutter. I'm just literally tapping the key. And even then, it sometimes chops a little too much. Ooh, let's do that. Gold, we can use that. We don't need saddles, but we can get rid of that, that, and that. Put a bed there while we're at it. So ever since then, respiration and sharpness. Oh, these enchanted books are weird, but you know what? We could probably use that. Respiration. The sharpness thing I'm not quite getting. In fact, while we're at it, let's anvil. I want to put my anvil there. Clang. It seems stupid to put sharpness on that, but hey, it's got respiration. Cost of 6. Will I use a diamond? Sure. Hey, there we go. Alright, we're going to swap those. We're going to put that down there. Put our utility stuff in that row. This is chopped up a bit, ain't it? Alright, instead of using F3, we look up and see which way the sun is going. It's going... We want it to go left to right, which is what it's doing, which means we're going the right way. So yeah, ever since then, I've kinda got hooked. Do I have village? Do I have a little... Did I have a little bit of nervousness doing this stuff still? Yeah. Was I still afraid that things could get stuck? Sure. But I, pretty much now, like, when we see them, I gotta ride them. And that never went away. Although once I've ridden them, I pretty much stop. You know, if there are stairs available, I'll use the stairs. Let's look at our wheat count. It's not that great. Use Mr. Boat to smash up this field so we can get our wheat. We want a total of 60, and we got a smith shop there, which is good. Ooh, we made the jump. I feel special. Alright, let's ditch that. 53, pretty close. Alright. Jump across! Yay, I did it. Do I have coal? Yeah. Yay! You suck. Nah, that's too weak. We got plenty of that, and we got food extenders. Still no obsidian. 26.5% chance. Been in several villages. Not one. Okay, I think you're useless. Leatherworker, yeah. Leatherworkers are useless to us. Yeah, you're probably a leatherworker. You're not a purple-shirted guy, or... We want the brown shirt guys, because they tend to be farmers. Diamond should go there. Alright. Let's check our wheat count. Alright, 2 more pieces. Then we're good. It's just to make it easier to track. It just makes it a lot easier to track to track how much I'm feeding the horses. Because it's supposed to be that for every piece of wheat you feed them, you get a 5% chance added to the likeliness of a horse accepting you. And if you feed it 20, it's supposed to obviously come out to 100. Unless it's supposed to be 5% amongst the of the pre-existing total, then I can see where it doesn't always work. But nonetheless, it's supposed to shorten things. I could go to 63 pieces and feed them 21, which is the highest common multiple for one stack. And apples fill 2 drumsticks a piece, so we're going to let the thing drop down to 4 full drumsticks, or 6 empty ones, being that our health is not in dire need of repair. Yeah, so there's our point. So now, like I said, if I visit, if I'm at a place where there's an elevator, I normally won't ride it again, because I always like to see what's there, how they run, what kind of fixturing it has, how fast it starts and stops, and whether or not that it has pre-opening doors, which is a term which stands for an elevator where the doors open before it comes to a complete stop. That was actually invented by Eliza Otis, or should I say the Otis Elevator Company, the pre-opening door concept. They figured out that when the doors on an elevator open, it takes people on average maybe about 2 seconds to react and head in or get off. So to shorten times, especially in big office buildings with tons of floors, they took this 2 seconds into account. And what they do is they set it up so the doors open 2 seconds before it finishes leveling. So by the time you reach the threshold, or use it in a normal sense, I'm doing this and talking about that. The elevator will be at a stop. So instead of wasting an extra 2 seconds leveling to kill power to the motor, yeah, premature there. And now I hit the 1. There we go. So they realize, it takes people 2 seconds to get in and out once the doors open. So instead of wasting those 2 seconds leveling, just open the doors while it's leveling, and then people can get in and out. So if you've ever been on one where you notice the doors open before it comes to a stop, it's intentionally done. So those are, I really like finding ones that do that. So yeah, it's just something that never really went away. Memory dump, there we go. Yep, keep running. I'd rather see that happen than the thing seize up. It's still not quite right, but the way Minecraft works now since the security updates, that's the new norm. But the thing is, it's not causing me to, it's not sputtering, it's not coming to a dead stop, it's not forcing me to shut down and restart. It's all good. It's working. That's all I want. Alright, we got water this way. So like I said, as we were kids, many of us that didn't live in these big communities, an elevator was like, wow, magical thing. It's like an amusement park ride. So don't really get to experience that very often. So that's why when you go into a building, you see, you know, kids are like 7, 8 years old, even smaller, and they get all wide-eyed and excited when they see an elevator. That's pretty much why. Now the thing is, some of us never really grew out of it, myself included. Like, go into a building and get to see if it's got one. Then just give it a round trip and, hey, call it good. And there's a lot of people on YouTube that do that. And I stumbled across this community by, I was looking for the name of a door trick that I used to do. I do not recommend doing these. I've stopped doing door tricks after one went bad. And I've done them for like literally 30 years and not once had them fail. But I was looking for a particular door trick and see if it had a name to it. I couldn't find a name for it. But then all of a sudden I just saw these videos of people that just ride an elevator up, ride it down, and it's a video. I thought it was pretty neat. But all I was finding, I might have butchered the word "were," so it didn't sound like I might have said something I thought I did. Anyway, thought, yeah, really neat, but nobody my age at the time, I was in my 30s, doing this stuff. Then all of a sudden I found one guy who was in his 30s doing it. And I found a guy in his late 40s doing it. And I use bunny quotes around this, only 37 at the time. And at that point I found out there's people my age doing it as well. And that's when I got hooked on trying to make an elevator video and posting on YouTube. They didn't go very well initially, you know. Getting views of what the elevator cab looked like, they were horrible, they were fast, they were blurry. You know, videos weren't the best. I'm screwing up names of companies, especially ThyssenKrupp, which, yes, there is an American pronunciation, and it is ThyssenKrupp. Look it up if you don't believe it, if you're an elevator geek. And I don't use the more accepted German version because you know how I get tongue-tied. And I did get off the boat. There it is. Oh, here's where it is. Come on, give me my boat. Stutter, stutter. See, I'm getting stuck here. Yeah, see, I think my boat's gone. I don't know where it is. Yeah, I don't know where it is now. I was hitting it. It was physically here, even though it was showing there. Anyway, let's do the wasteful bounce jump. And because it works so much better on ice, that's the only time I'll actually do it. Otherwise, it's, you know, energy versus distance. It's just plain dumb. And it also looks dumb. the amount of energy used versus gain is just not worth it. But for this particular series and what we're trying to do, that is when we'll do it. The only good thing about these big winter empty biomes, we can just get that much further, that much faster. That's the only good thing. So yeah, that's pretty much why for those of you that watch regular stuff, see the elevator stuff. There's a big community on YouTube that does that. Now, I will have to say that a lot of people that do it have Asperger's syndrome, which is a mild form of autism. So there's kind of a repetition thing. But then there's other people which don't have, they might, actually I'll start with, they might have another kind of disability. Or maybe there's no disability at all. So, however, occasionally there's infighting between those with no disabilities and those with certain ones, whether it is any autism spectrum or other form of disabilities, because people have or don't have them. That's the reason why I never tell anyone which team, with quotes on both ends of the word team, which quote-unquote team I'm on. And all I will say is, I'm not accepting guesses. And one person figured out which am I autistic, some other form of disability, or no disability at all. One person did get it right, and I told them that they got it right. As I tried to make it pretty much as close to everything as possible, so you can't really figure it out. And it is kind of, if you do it really well, it can make it really hard for people to try and figure it out. I mean, a lot of people that have Asperger's, they tend to rush it they rush it. They just, okay, here are the buttons, blah, blah, blah. Let's just take one trip, call it good. And that's it. Then there's others that just pretty much joyride the heck out of it. Not to be, not to be childish, just because they just love the sound of the motor, or they like how it rides, or something like that. So I kind of mix it up, so I can't tell. So you can't tell which quote-unquote team I am on. Like I said, only one has guessed right, and I will not accept any guesses, because the guess was done in private on a particular service, i.e. it was not on YouTube. So do not post your guesses in the comments, because you'll see those disappear very quickly. So yeah, I try to keep all the audiences in mind. Those with Asperger's, those with maybe another form, and those that have none. So yeah, that's kind of explaining why that's a big chunk of my YouTube channel. Because like I said, it's a multifaceted variety channel. And I'm trying to do these particular shows at least 2 a week, or on average 40,000 blocks per week. So I can get about typically 160 to 200,000 blocks per month, just to make it move that much faster. Because the old-fashioned way, well, initially this show was done in a rotation, and it was simply just for poops and giggles. So I didn't care how far I got, just wanted to see how far I could get before the game got boring and completely irrelevant. Then I decided when I did my first marathon, and I'm thinking of doing a second now that I got this seizure thing pretty much licked, is I decided I'm going to make an objective, and that is, instead of just doing this for kicks, I'm going to try to go to the 30 million border on the southern side of this world. And that's when I was doing these shows once a week. At that point, I realized that that was a very horrible thing to do, because if I did it once a week for an hour, it would literally take approximately 60 years, that's a 6 and a 0, to complete. I was thinking 2 one-hour episodes, knock it down to 30. I figured that's not enough either. So I want to try for a minimum of 2-hour shows per week. And that would knock it down to approximately 15 years, which is approximately how long that Kurt J. Mack has till he reaches the far lands in his adventure in 1.7.3 beta, which is, what, 12,550,720 blocks or something around there. This is 30 million. But he doesn't have running, he doesn't have fast boats. The Nether is crap in the beta version. His boats seem to always wind up where they... Oh, you see that? Yeah, you see that struggle right there? Yeah, see, the boat disappeared on me now. The boat was there. Unfortunately, if the boat is dead, chances are I can't recover it. I mean, if I just take a whack from above, I sometimes can. You know what I need? More wood. It sounds so wrong, don't it? But that's what we need. More wood. Well, I don't think we're going to get the embarrassment of riches when it came to villages, temples, and all that stuff that we got in the last show. I mean, that was a ridiculous number. It was insane how many of them we found. It's just unreal. Do I still have the 3 gray? No, I got rid of them. Anywho, yeah, this looks like a short-lived trip. We still have not touched any of our cooked steak since we started trading emeralds for bread. So while in a normal game, unless you're just, okay, we don't want that. We don't want anything but white because this is all about speed and we don't have time to mix and match things. We want to just pick up the wool and zip it across in the crafting area and make a bed. Yeah, I knew getting on a boat would happen at some point. Avoid that, octopus. And off we go again. How's the sun doing? Oh, we're doing alright. So yeah, kind of explaining what I was doing when my Fiesta went down, explaining why I do it and all that stuff. Hey, you know, sometimes some of those hobbies you had as a kid just don't die. And then when people start recording videos of their hobby and posting it to YouTube, I said I'm on board. Especially since I found people my age doing it. There's not many, but there are. And one that's fairly close to my age is actually, I refer to as the Messiah, because he actually started the whole movement. Okay, this way. So I got that. Occasionally I get, and the boat breaks. I've got no boats. Occasionally do other things like, oh, see, it broke back here. I do other things on occasion, like reviews of products. And one that I have as of August 20th, 2015, have not put the video together yet. I've done automotive reviews. In this case, it would be of the rental that I had while my Fiesta was taking a siesta. Was a 2014 Hyundai Accent. What do I think of it and all that? Well, you're gonna have to watch the review. That is, if it's up yet. Like I said, this is all in the future. I don't know when this is even gonna make it. Video could be up now, is for all I know. It depends on how things are going. And stutter. And memory dump. And continue. And while we got the momentum, let's drag that boat down. There. Just in case it mysteriously breaks, we got the other one in hand. Yes. Oh, and another thing people like on my channel, multifaceted, even people from all sorts of backgrounds and interests that watch my channel. One that ties almost everyone together is one called Cross the Street. That's where I go to a crosswalk and watch people not stop for me, because by law in Massachusetts, if someone's in a crosswalk, you're supposed to stop and let them go. I have to admit, sometimes I get caught in that. I see somebody in a crosswalk and it's too late to stop. I could catch myself doing it if I could somehow go in the fourth dimension and make that possible. But if I can and I can stop safely, yes, I do stop. Problem is, they usually catch me way off guard. Like there's a bunch of idiots driving and paying more attention to the idiots. And we broke somewhere. Why are we going to land? We can just go like that. And continue onward. Not knowing where the boat really is. There we go. But yeah, people get their jollies on that one. Especially when we get people doing really stupid things like going the wrong way on a one-way street. Or people trying to drive around others that are in the crosswalk, crossing, nearly getting run over. That's happened a couple of times. But of course I keep things in consideration before anything could happen. And that's one pretty much everybody enjoys. Usually it's one particular intersection near where I live that the show happens, or the other occasional, the other frequent travels is going to a particular food establishment and getting some lunch for the NASCAR races. Those are the predominant ones. They do have other locations. When I was in New York for the millionth view spectacular, I should have done it then, but I didn't think batteries in any of the cameras that I was using were going to survive the existing itinerary anyhow. Which to some extent I was right. Had to cut a couple of trips, couple of places off my list because my batteries didn't make it that long. Plus traffic, which I was walking through New York, but traffic and crowds, all that stuff just slowed me down big. Anyway, it's almost time to go to sleep anyway, as boats just keep breaking for no apparent reason. Or so it just looks like it. That is a bug in the 1.8 game that supposedly will get fixed. Let's plop the bed there. I mean, boat, it's like a bed, but more boat-like in appearance. And since we are using the crafting bench, let's just make that bed to fill that void. Then plop one down. Then go over here. And do it again, as it is still a little early. So I forgot to plop one down. Fill that void so we don't have to do it for a little while. And good night. And good morning, sun on the left, meaning things are good. Boat, and off we go. Again. Yeah, so now I'm using the enchanted books. Now the thing is, I gotta actually get my XPs up. Stutter. Really need to get the XP up to keep doing it. Protect myself from possible doom. Because so far in this show, I have died 3 times. Once even during the marathon, when I went over a ledge and, oh, hello, Mr. Lava, fell in, but I had diamond armor. Unenchanted, but I thought diamond armor was enough that I would be able to survive it by the skin of my teeth, but nope. So, yeah, that was the last death. The first one was when I decided I was going to make the adventure that it would just be continuous, no sleeping. Go for an hour, then sleep off the day. That was the first death, as I get surrounded by zombies and destroyed. Hey, that's almost exactly where I was. I'm amazed. Maybe the boat might be where it is. Let's find out. No. This is why we go like this. Sometimes I get it back. I apparently found it, but it didn't come along with me. It's a rare shot, but if I can find it and it comes back, that's great. Alright, it's so hard to keep conversation going for 2 hours straight, because even during these shows when they went for an hour, I started running out of stuff and it gets a little long between bringing anything up. Ah, Savannah. Oh, Savannah. Yeah, we stopped trading with the villagers when we, is that possibly a temple under there? And run. Yeah, we're going a little bit backwards to see. I'm not sure. It looks like something. Yeah, well, you know what? Hey, good jump. It could be. I'm not gonna spend all day looking. Might not be. Anyway, let's look here. Left to right. That's how we want it to go. Good. So, poops and giggles, I know it's not been that long from now. Wonder if we can see an offset. Now that just plopped right down. I don't know, am I seeing it, or is it just an illusion? I think it's an illusion, because it would be going the wrong way if it was. See, I'm heading south, and the error is actually would be going backwards. So if it were really happening, you'd see a gap between the sand and the small hill I was dropping it on, up against. Yeah, there's a video I've made, the offset that still exists, approximately half block at 30 million. I made a random world, just warped to 30 million, looked for land so I could drop sand to prove that entities still have an offset to some degree. Quite less offset compared to, wow, this is not amplified either. And keep going. That, wow, that is huge. This is not unamplified. And yes, I've completely forgot to change the fan speed, but yes, it's hot and the air conditioner's running, and that's the noise you're hearing, which I know might annoy people, but my comfort and my computer's ability to run smoothly kind of depends on it. We don't want to have it mysteriously shut down again. Yeah, there's been some time. There was been one time my computer just shut itself down. The only thing I could think of is that it overheated. Kind of hard to think because gaming laptops tend to be overbuilt so they could withstand quite a bit of heat, because they need to work really, really hard, especially the video chipsets in gaming laptops like my Asus. So that's that, and let's see here. So I have actually ran out of backlogged one-way videos. This is actually the second backlogged one that I've made. What I try to do is do both of those during the weekdays, and on the weekends I do one of the other shows, as well as put these particular shows together. Okay, for a minute I thought it was getting dark. And yeah, the sun's on that side of the sky, but it's not exactly coming at the horizon quite yet. Backward stutter. As this game goes on, does that get worse? Although, like I said, there is a known bug that the boats versus players, they are not synchronized. So I'm not exactly sure where this boat really is. It sounds really silly. You could say it's right here. You're riding it. Not true. As you've seen me leave the boat and all of a sudden it appears way out in the distance. I forgot I can utilize the run to speed up the boats too. Not by a lot, but it's doable. Maybe gain a couple blocks a second, which doesn't seem like much, but over all the oceans in a 30 million block destination point, that adds up a lot. And do it again. The thing is, when the new boats come out in 1.9, will the paddling of the oars, which will be visible in the new boats, will that deplete your energy? And will running make it deplete that much faster? Oh, there's your stutter right there. But it's boring winter. We might have not... I was going to say, we may not have a choice, but we got... Maybe we don't. Actually, we do. But we're going to have to stop anyway. We need to sleep this off. Because we don't want to be out in the middle of the night, meet a bunch of monsters, die, and lose all this progress that we lost from the last bed. Which is quite amazing that I didn't completely ruin this show, because initially I used to just sleep in the bed, take the bed with me, and go. And then at the end of the show, I'd leave the bed where it is. Because that could have been bad. See, I was here, the boat's over there, all of a sudden. And bed goes plop. And we go. And awakeness! Yes, I did that. I said to myself, I'll never emulate him, but there we go. Just did. Not quite as good or even exactly like his, but you get the point. I mean, people are doing the Firelance thing, so they're copying him more than I am. He's going 12.5 million. I'm going to 30. But like I said, I got the fast boats, the much safer nether. I did say that right, yet somehow I had to correct myself. And the much faster boats with the ability to run. I can't remember which one I actually started with. Faster boats, the ability to run, and a much safer nether. Because I know the nether in 1.8.3 beta was, pun intended, total hell. It was much more difficult. It was almost a guaranteed death sentence going there. Oh, it looks like land doesn't want us to keep going, so let's just go this way. Go for the short end here. And all of a sudden, we're right up against it. See, these are times when we don't do the memory dump. And the boat completely vanishes. I have not retrieved a single boat. Anyway, let's do 10 seconds of coal. Which goes really well with, what's the name again? Speed Demon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Call that 6. Then 7. Yeah, whatever. Okay, good enough. Eight, 9, 10. Hey, there we go. There's some XP that we sorely could use. Been making some pretty good jumps. Good enough to say, are you sure I'm the one doing it? Interesting little rock like that. Held up by very little. Minecraft world generation. It's a thing of beauty. Also a thing of making you wonder, how the hell is it doing that? Of course, gravity not really affecting most of the world is the best of answers there. And here we go with that again. It's like the game cannot keep up with the progress. We got less than an hour to go. About 58. No, 57:38 to go. That is if you go by the timer. And we know that if there's less than a half day remaining, we'll just carry it through. If there's more than a half, then it is what it is. And very rare moment last episode where that did occur. I think that was the 3rd time ever. Most of the time there's like at least, or should I say, there is usually 5 or fewer minutes left during the last sleep and continue segment. Alrighty, we need some more of you and you. Yeah, I see you, but that's effort. And generally I go with the oak trees and snip. There it is. 56. That's plenty. Forest. Question mark biome. Because we don't know what we're getting. Could lead to good, could lead to crap. Some of these biomes need their own hidden treasure. Now, the only one that does, but we don't bother with, are the extreme hills. Because the hidden treasure are emeralds, and they usually occur underground, which we generally do not go underground because that's killing progress pretty much. Alright, we're going a way that's not the best. It's funny how when you watch anyone doing this, Kurt J. Mack, Old World Gamer, or the modern day version of the Far Lands, the 30 million border. I think I might be the only one doing that, not sure. There could be somebody else doing it, there could be more than one. Just, we're so obscure in the Minecraft world, we haven't found each other. And if you're one of those people trying to run to the 30 million border, let me know. I'd like to see how you're doing, and you're probably even further along. You could be about 30% of the way there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Close enough. Call that 10. Anyway, of course I do that for 10 seconds so that we make forward progress, but we still get the goods, and that's also why we don't stop at every single one of these large clusters. We only go with okay. We only go with smaller ones. I mean, small amounts of the large clusters. And we haven't really needed them much except for trading. Trading for emeralds. Wow. Yeah, getting down sucks either way. Alrighty. Found a way that worked. Who knew? And the ultimate goal here is, being a 2-hour show, a minimum of 20,000 blocks per show. So we hit that approximate 15-year mark. We want to beat Kurt J. Mack to the Far Lands in his adventure. We don't. We do. Great. It's not even a guarantee that either of us are gonna successfully finish, because computers in the future may not be able to run Minecraft. I may set aside a computer that will be able to do this if the newest and greatest thing no longer supports this game. Oh, another savanna. Finally, we've hit something that could produce something. Although lately, savanna doesn't seem to be doing much. It's just a matter of getting there, and we might not get there till the next day. Bed. No boats. It's okay. And miss. Okay. Oh. Yeah, that would be a sucky drop. We're so close. We can taste it. Oh, and then we got plains bordering it. That's making it that much harder. Decisions, decisions. let's call it a night, shall we? Actually, before we call it a night, let's just zip. Bed, bed, grab, boat, and boat. Sleep it. There we go. And off we go again. Well, it looks like planes might not last. We'll take the hill so we can just look over, oversee a lava pit, and move over slightly to just barely miss it. Horsey! Alright, which horsey do we want? We can't have the full because those are undoable. Okay, you're stuck in the weeds, so we can't use you. No, that's not how we feed them. Let us up. 20 apiece. There we go. Set that aside, and I did click on them. There we go. Game just does not keep up, does it? I was gonna say, when in doubt, hit your inventory button. Because sometimes the hearts don't really show up. If you get this, then you know you got them. Alright, let's see which way everything's going. Alright, let's see how good our horsey is. Passable. He's gonna help us, I think. Let's see how he jumps. And we get to enjoy the watch the horse not move thing happen. And not bad. This was too big for you to make anyway, but that was not a bad jump. That was pretty good. And on the horse, and on the way. Of course, oh, there we go. Found a desert temple. Not the embarrassment of riches like the last episode, but like I said, that was a ridiculous number of riches. That was just amazing how many things we found. And it's above ground, so we shouldn't have to worry about monsters. Just horses that don't move. And make me fall into ravines. You know what happens when they fall into ravines? I think we pissed off the Enderman. Ender Pearl. I'm not gonna try that. Unfortunately, this was a waste for me. Sorry, horsey. Oh good. Okay, let's get our way out of here now. This is crap. Alright, let's just ditch that. I don't want to risk dying. That's why I'm not using my Ender Pearl to pearl my way over. Yep, place the blocks. There you go. There's a temple. Isn't that interesting? Alright. Let's see what we got in here. Hi, creeper. You're dead. Apparently, they still can exist. dirt. Interesting. That's really wrecking my forward progress. Come on. Oh. It's over here. Alright, the good thing is we still have the steps. We overshot that, which isn't going to hurt anything. Apparently we got a full boat here. Gone, 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 gone. Protection and efficiency. Well, we gotta see what we can use that on. Gold armor, no thank you. Ooh, I'm a bed. Alright. Let's up this down and see if we can... Protection. See if we can do anything with this. Alright, not bad. Alright, now how did I get... something went wrong. Okay, we need a way out of here. And goodbye. Okay, this way is the way. Any villages behind us? Not that I see. Alright. This will be the second time we've ever ender pearled. See where she takes us. And stuck. Wow, that took us far. Sometimes you win. Then there's people like me. Winning! It's a word! We just don't know what it means. Because it doesn't happen. Alright. Less than 45 minutes to go. 42 to exact. But again, that is the timer. And if we have less than 5 minutes remaining in the Minecraft day, we'll finish it off. Otherwise, we'll call it good. Only 3 times has it ever happened that way, I believe. And another one. And a village. The village is closer. Let's go with that one first. Alright, we got the village and we got the temple over there. Any smithies? I could definitely use those. This is kind of useless. That's a little less than kind of useless. Okay, here's a way up. Hey, purple-shirted guy. Then I ran out. He could be a farmer. And he is. emeralds first. That'll help. Oh, look, he gave me a carrot. Well, I'm sure he was giving it to himself, but... Come on, Obsidian, we've had too many chests without him. This is starting to get old. It's not your fault that your loot sucks. Anyway. Yep, I chose you. Fletcher, no good. Actually, we don't need you guys. We got too much as we got already. There's a desert temple. The sun is setting. That means we're setting ourselves up to have baddies inside with us. On the plus side, that means we get more goodies. In terms of XP levels, at least. Alright. Set her up here. Set that up there. Put that there. Oh, we don't really... Yeah, I put that there for a reason. Yeah, I got it down. I got that down, so let's do that. I can't talk. Anyway, let's sleep the night off. Check out what's in this temple. Oh, look, we kind of have a step that kind of goes up there. Ooh, I took out the pillar. Okay, what just happened there? The heck? There's no... What the hell? Stop the timer. Stop the game just for a little bit. See if it just glitched again. Yeah, it takes a while for it to build. I was hoping I didn't lose this world. That would suck. Okay, why am I getting stuck? Why are we not working? Okay, it's sort of working. Yeah, we kind of need to allow me to play the game. That kind of helps. Okay, this is unacceptable. We'll come back. And we're back. Yeah, the game glitched. Don't know what happened. It just didn't want to work. So I shut it down, restarted it, and here we are. A little stuttery, but it's okay. Anyway, diamonds, very good. Putting away you and you. Not grabbing anything. Good, good. Death Strider 2. That'll definitely be useful if we can just get rid of that. And this. And that. And okay, we're keeping this so we can go like this. It would suck if the whole thing corrupted. And again, Depth Strider, we want to put that on those. And there it is. Put them in the right order, perhaps. And then a diamond to repair it. Alright, you're gone, you're gone. And, okay, we put that there. Timer's running. I just want to be... I always try and make absolutely sure that things are going the way they're supposed to be going. Yeah, this thing's just a bit too fast on this material here. Alright, now we got Depth Strider. So that is definitely a plus. There we go. Check it out. We swim a lot faster now. It's not Depth Strider 3, but 2 is definitely worth it. Now, for those of you that don't have the game, Depth Strider 3 will move you just about as fast as running and walking on land. So as fast as I'm running right now, that's as fast as I can swim with Depth Strider 3. But I mean, we'll take 2. Now the thing is, I need a crap load of XP. We are heading the right way. Good. Wow, that would have sucked if this game corrupted, because literally an hour and 25 minutes of work would have to be completely thrown out and done over again with the last save that I had, which was good. Well, it seems I can't get a perfect run on this game no matter what when I do this. Last time it just glitched out in a really weird way and I had to... Well, actually it was more my fault than anything, because I set the XMS SMS RAM too small, so it kept dumping literally a couple of seconds every time. And this one, it just simply... It just stopped working correctly. It just couldn't move. Could not move forward when there were no barrier blocks. No barrier blocks of any kind. As I know, even in survival, if a barrier block was placed, you would see the, you would see this outline that goes around the block you're highlighting, and there was nothing. So starting and restarting didn't work. We had to actually quit the game and bring it back. Now look at how much faster we can swim now. The funny thing is the way that these enchanted books, they just put random enchantments on it that don't really do much of anything. Like the Depth Strider 2 on the boots makes me swim way faster, but the sharpness, that's pointless. Literally, it's pointless. They're shoes. But the sharpness would work great on the sword, but Depth Strider, no help. So it's a pick and choose. It's a free book, so who cares, right? Right. Glad you agree. I have never found a... I think only once I've found a dungeon in the desert doing this show. I've enderpearled more. I've enderpearled and done the nether more than finding a dungeon on a one-way episode. It's just amazing how I can't find those if my life depended upon it. The one thing that sucks about late August, while it's still summer, sun comes up later, and now it's actually getting to the point that I can barely even read my timer because the sun sets earlier. Yay! Alright. I want your wool. You're not gonna run away. Hear you. Oh, way over there. We'll stay over here. And boat. Boy, that glitch really killed the forward momentum, didn't it? Well, I didn't let the timer run at that point, which means it could ultimately screw us. It's like I said, a little more than 5 minutes remaining. In the Minecraft day, if there's less than a half that... Let me try that again. When less than half of the Minecraft day is left when the timer hits 0, we continue. If not even a half Minecraft day went by, we stop. I could have messed that up a little bit. Alright, come on. Keep going. Yeah, we're getting to that point. Less than a half hour to go. 29:05. And it stops there. So somewhere over here. I found the boat. Yeah, she's gone. We need to worry about sleeping. Setting the next point. Yep, place the bed and sleep in it. And here we go again. Another day. Oh look, we need more wood. But that's not the type of wood we want. Oh, we got one of these. Why do we get 2 trees that we like here? Here comes a zombie. I'm gonna back off a little bit so we can break down our wooden logs here. There's another one. Like I said, XP kinda needed. Let's just eat that to get rid of it. I think I saw doable over here. Let's look at our 46. It's a little weak, but we can deal with that for now. Okay, we want to go this way. Running through here. A roof forest. Could be a suicidal mission. Thing is, it rarely works out that way. Tend to usually get out of them fine. And no village within visible range. And when we can scale the tops, that's what we do. When we drop off because we couldn't scale the top, then we do that. Always we take our lumps, we take our chances, we press our luck. And jump. So will this lead to anything good? That's not going to help us. That can, which ultimately... Oh, good. Thanks for jumping. Thanks for running. There's a spider in here. And we go. Now this is dark enough that monsters can spawn. The only good thing about that is XP points. Alright, we got the DS2s on now. Yeah, we move a lot faster now. Not quite full speed, but pretty close. It looks like the planes go that way too. It's getting too dark too early. That means winter will come, and I'll be miserable for several months. I'd rather have the heat and humidity. Although it doesn't make for a good recording hearing it running in the background, the AC going, but he likes it. I'll agree it doesn't make the best video, but whatever. Village, I think. I only see part. Okay, there we go. Now the whole building shows up. And what the? Game just struggled for a minute. Never say you've solved it because you know you won't. Okay, no, we don't want to get rid of our Tommy Hawk. There we go. So this looks like a useless village. Let's just get some wheat here. Feed our Ursi friends with it. Dump that. 48. Yeah, we can still do that. Yeah, kind of hurting right now. Well, that village wasn't too much of any help. Alright. Horsey. Foal. No good. That was a useless village. Yeah, we don't take you guys anymore. Don't really add anything to the show. It's just a gimmick that people use doing their version of some sort of Firelands video. So we found this rather hilly swamp, which looks like it goes no matter which. Oh, there's a plane. Never mind. I was gonna say no matter which way we go, it's going to suck. How did that not work? Amazing how in Minecraft lily pads can sport you. Good run. Good run. Won't do donkeys because they're slow. Found a pair of them. Too slow for my liking. Horsies. And they're adults. Hey, I like how you look. All the weird colors. Anyway. Give you a little extra to ensure that we get this done faster. Free the hand and try. There we go. See what you do. Yeah, this is the part where the horse moves. Yeah, you're about as fast as me. Only a lot less capable. Oh, come on, mate. There's a way. Come on, there's a way. There we go. This is one of those times that a winter biome is a good thing. Come on. What I don't get is, it's not going any faster than I can. So why is it struggling? Kind of a weak jumper, too. Alright, let's put that down there. Okay, I guess we're not capable of putting that down. Alright. Let's trek on. See what we got going here. Don't want to go up the hills too much. We got a plane. And what do we do? Push him over here so we can keep the adventure going. And up we go. So I'm not wasting energy. I don't even need to eat yet. That's one thing about riding anything is you can't see if you need to eat something or not. And that ends quickly. Alright, the horse has got to move somewhere. When in doubt, just cut your way through. I don't know why I just don't remember to just do that. Instead of just trying to find a way around when it's difficult. When it's easy to do so, yeah, we do that. I see a plane. I sees a plane. I see a horse that didn't make the jump. It was a good jump for what you're capable of doing. I don't know, which way do I want to go? That way or that way? That way looks like it ends. Watch you have a village that's nothing but smithies, and each one of them has enough obsidian that I could travel to the Nether and back 3 different times in one show. Just you watch. Okay, horse, this is the part where you move. And that's too deep. Really? There you go. Wasn't so hard, was it? Put that away. You can dump those. We got very little space in our backpack. Space is a premium. Village! Yeah, I saw you hiding there. And this is the part where the horse moves. Oh wow, this one kind of travels. And we got a smithy, and game's acting weird again, but at least it's moving. Don't run away. I am gonna put you back. Alright, Smithy. Let's see what we got. This is getting awfully uninteresting. I've been forgetting to grab iron because I haven't really had to needed it for a while. Let me just go. Yeah, now it's kind of the final push, so I got enough bread. I'm not too worried about trading with the other guy there. Although I could trade it away and then give it back. Even though that'll technically be useless because once we turn away, we're not coming back and... Oh, come on. Yeah, it's just pointless. Let's go this way. Just because we can. Ultimately to find out that it's probably the worst decision. Good enough if we make it across today. There you go. This is only a 2-block deep river, so we won't lose him. Yeah, it's dark enough at this point, I can't really tell how much time is left. I gotta look closely and tilt my head at a certain angle to get enough light onto it to read it. And by reading it, I mean just barely able to read it. You found the one patch that was too deep. Good job. And this is the part where we keep moving. Oh boy, a forest. Makes it more painful. How do you not hit this? Okay. Yeah, there we go. How do you not hit the tiny ledge that you were right at? And you were right there. How did you not make it? Okay, we have one more sleep. That was a good jump. This was just way too big. And this is where the horse moves. Okay, and he happens to be pointing the right way. Which he initially wasn't. Always where it matters. Yep. Float. And go. Nice jump. Oh no. We don't have a way around. Oh, we do. We just gotta make the jump. That was a challenge. That was a big one. There, climb those trees. Just like a good horse can. Alright. This is the one more sleep. Gonna do is disembark. Put this here, put that there, put that there. Do that. Do this. Bed, bed, bed. Grab. Second boat. Which I need to put like so. Grab. I always do this on horseback because they're less likely to run. And call it. Well, this looks like it might be the fourth time that I know of that the show may end at the with more than 5 minutes of the Minecraft day to go. I do not like this terrain. We found a hill we both liked, and it could tolerate. We're not going to be climbing this one. And this is when the horse moves. Of course, this trick, like the running jump thing, works with horses. Yeah, that one's just too deep, but that was actually a good jump. Alright. Keep her moving. Keep it moving. Tiny plane. Lava pool. Not gonna do it. And then it turns into winter again. Yep. That was a pathetic jump. And yep. Yeah, the game's still sputtering, but at least when it's doing whatever for a few seconds, it reverts to running perfectly fine. That was something it always did. Perfect jump. And climb that little hill there in front of you. Is this going to help or hurt us? Okay, we need a way out. There we go. Just turn around a little bit, make this little jump, and there we are. Mission accomplished. Got around there. Still moving forward as slowly as we can. Alright, we should be getting pretty close for the timer going to 0, which it is, I think, a minute 15 left. I barely can make anything out on that now. It's just too dark in here. Ooh, that was nice. That was unexpected. Now we need the horse to move, so we know if we're stuck or we need to move. Oh, yay. Okay, need to go down. Not acceptable. Not an acceptable spot. Yep, gotta move the horse. Horse has gotta move. There is nothing here acceptable. Okay, we need to be able to go past this mountain. That is a thing that has to happen. Okay, let's just... And there's the timer, and up. Well, we're gonna have to stop the timer. Stop the timer. I pushed the button. That means we stop the timer. We're gonna have to call this a day. We're gonna have to call it a day. Alright, so I'm going to put this down. Oh, it decides to this time. And make the extra bed. We don't need the boat quite yet. We're going to go over here and chuck away that. What I'm going to do is... Do I still have it? Yes, I do. Is I'm going to stand roughly, like I said, the headboard, but just below the halfway point there, where I am at right now, and staring at a tree. Let's find out what we get by hitting the F3 key, which all rhymes. 572,548. That's... I think we pretty much did it. I don't know if F5 is going to work for us. Well, it's awful close looking. Yeah, we don't have a choice there, do we? Anyway, 572,548. That is our progress. And this is George F551 saying, hope you enjoyed In Close Quarters, and have a good one.